Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast. Are y'all good? Are you all good? My fucking throat is being a bad boy. Thought I was over this fucking thing, and then it chokes you out. So take two. Cheers. See y'all good, folks. Back to training last night with the Red Fox Archers in the school I cannot pronounce. The school I shall not mention. And it was pretty good. Very happy. I wasn't going to go. I was kind of lazy. That's what it was, honestly. I was just fucking lazy. It was dark. I was like, end of the day. I have to drive all the way over there. Duh. But I just go do it, boom, got it, and took off and got there. It was great. Set everything up, met everyone that came along. Nice crowd came along last night. It was good to see everybody. Always good to see everybody. We had a newbie show up, which was good. And last time I was there now, I shot 5 fucking hours. First 5 hours into the block work. Killed my arrows. Totally smashy. So this time I said, fuck it, I'm gonna work on my form. So I put a target at 10 yards. Didn't matter about the X's or anything like that. It was just even if I hit the backstop, I'm happy. So I took my time, nice and slow, step by step, stance, da-da-dum. Load the arrow, lift the bow, aim, release. Make sure that the shoulders were pinching when they should. All of the things that are meant to make you shoot straight. And I was messing with the button, put the button on, gave a little twist here and there till it was right. It seemed very good to me. Everything was going where I wanted it. So for a solid hour and maybe 10-15 minutes, I was fucking awesome. I was delighted with myself. And I just kept on top of it, didn't get carried away. My groups were good, and they were going where I wanted them. I was very happy with that. So I'm going to hopefully I'll get an evening or two this week. And I'll do it again at home. And then I'll extend it to the 20 yards, just double it up. Because I had to find my gap again, because I changed my... What did I change? I changed everything, really. I changed my knocking point. It went from there, where you'd hold your line, to there. Which makes a big difference at the other end, where your arrow will be going. So, I just need to take the time to work on my form. And everything was everything. And I was very fucking happy coming home. When I got home last night, I was so happy. So happy. Because we got the Nationals coming up now, fairly lively, on the 1st of February, which is a Saturday. And that's an all-day thing. That's a lot of folks who do the archery, especially the field archery people, they have no interest really in the indoor thing. But I thought it'd be a giggle, And that was last year. And it was still quite a good fucking crowd there. But for the most part, a lot of them would prefer to be just doing, as it says, field archery, out in the woods, shooting 3D targets. You're moving around, the scenery's changing. But when you're on the line all day, and it's all day, it gets monotonous. It's hard to stay focused, and you want to be some bit bow fit, like. So I gotta start chopping at the bit there now and get the bow fitness up. And focus has always been an issue. But fuck it, I'm just going to go on the energy of the day. And hopefully, it'll be grand. But I love going to competitions like that. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. So that was a good reason to go last night. I might have left it a little late, but with the fucking flu and the weather and all of that shit, Christmas really put me out of kilter. you know it's your schedule. No matter how loose it is, in the course of a week, I know I would have ideas. I want this out at this time and this done at this time or this day or whatever. But it got staggered somewhere along the way, so now I've got to try to fucking get it back to where it was. I felt more productive. So there you have it, folks. Back to training, and it's all good. All good. Very happy. Very happy with that. So, because when you be frustrated, you wouldn't do nothing. You do get lazy. I get terribly lazy. Like that. Like, vroom. But that's all it is. It's fucking lazy. You gotta just say, right, get up and go and do it. But just to kind of shoot that down, then I like to watch these. We're watching this thing at the moment called, it's very interesting. Well, the show is good, but behind the scenes, if you go and watch documentaries on it, it's about the SAS. It's called Rogue Heroes, SAS Rogue Heroes. It's a good show. I'm enjoying it. They're mad as fuck. They're absolutely mental. And it's based on, loosely based on factual things. Some guy wrote a book, obviously. Seems like he's big into the SAS and military in general, I think. And when I went to watch the documentary, because the two main characters are Paddy Mayne and David Sterling. David Sterling is a Scotsman, a blue blood, and he's a very James Bond type of guy. He's very he's got a great imagination. He acts on it, bit of a dreamer, very well spoken, charming, and all of that, and a psycho. And he's buddied in. Paddy Mayne is Irish. These are two actual people that existed. And Paddy Mayne is Irish, and he is just fucking built for war. This guy is just built for war. But war where you're outside the normal kind of structure of orders and saluting and all that jazz. He's just like, where's the enemy? Let me loose. Give me what I need and let me go. And the two of them have gone down in history. And watching the there's a few documentaries, bits and bobs about the two of them. I mean, that Paddy Mayne was probably the most highly decorated soldier ever. He was meant to get the Victoria Cross. But I don't know, is it because he's Irish? They wouldn't give it to him. Or is it just the way that he might have clattered a few officers along his way? Because he is a fucking nut job. But it's a great show. Really enjoyable. Lots of sad bits in it as well. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those where you're thinking everything at the same time about a character. So it takes you on a bit of a trip. But I like it. I'm enjoying it. And if you're into that kind of thing, you should check it out. SAS Rogue Heroes. Excuse me. This fucking thing. I thought it was gone twice now. I thought it was gone. It's kind of getting a little better every time. But I was talking to this lady at work today, and she was saying that she was talking to her friends. She's elderly, elderly. Blah. And she was going on about this thing called 100-day flu. I fucking never heard of 100-day flu. Imagine having the flu for 100 fucking days. That's not natural. This doesn't feel natural. It feels like a nasty cunt. But I'm trying not to be talking about it. So SAS, check them out. It's a great show. Rogue Heroes. And yeah, I think you'll like it. There's a lot of, because I know it was just, a good TV show or whatever, but then you Google or YouTube it, and then you find out there's all this, especially from this particular writer who'd have met the lads before they died and stuff. And they would tell them all the bits that aren't in the show. They were crackers. So that's what I watch to get the violence out. Do you know? Nice and safe on the couch with the dog there and the stove. Happy out. Coughing my fucking lungs up. Oh, and I'm meant to be writing this fucking thing for Tifam. I think there's a deadline. I'm sure, of course, there's a deadline. I wrote a thing the other day, and then I wrote something else, and then I thought, this is shit. Then I was watching this thing about sports. There's a guy having a conversation with this psychologist, and she was going on about cheating. I think the one about that, I forget his fucking name. I can see it. No, it's gone. The American cyclist who was like, did he win the Tour de France? And he was breaking records, and then they found out he was cheating goodo. And he lost everything. So I think they were mainly talking about that. It was kind of interesting, you know, but then she was saying what a cheater is, or the mind of a cheater from her perspective, which is really weird, because she maintained that the cheater will look at everyone else. We'd say there's 10 people, and 1 out of the 10, they're all naturally gifted at whatever it is they're doing, and they're all fairly disciplined, but there's one person who's very disciplined. I mean, they're obsessive, and they're really, like, they're doing extra training. It's not like, let's see, it's like you and I. I've done my training for the day. Great, I'm going to go relax now, watch a movie, relax, just chill out. And you'll go and you'll think, I don't know, I think I could do another. I'll take a break and then I'll go at it for another few hours. And that's you. She maintains that is a cheater. A cheater would look at that as if you're cheating because you've done more training than I have. So it's like, what the fuck? I thought that's nonsense. There's cheaters and then there's not cheaters. It's simple. It is that simple. There's no need to complicate it. Luckily enough for us in archery, there are no cheaters. No one cheats in archery. You know? Nobody. Because you're only cheating yourself. All cheaters in all sports, you're only cheating. You know who's fucking cheating recently? The referee in the Arsenal Man United game. That's who was fucking cheating. This guy. Don't want to talk about that. I'm trying not to fucking cough a lung up. This is my second attempt at this thing. Looking at my cigarettes, and that's all I can do is look at them. So yeah, back to the writing for Tifam. So I was going to dip on that, but then I thought, sure, fuck it, what's the point? Because no one really does. It's not that kind of thing. I suppose cheating is mainly for high athletes doing high stakes stuff. Like soccer players mainly. So there's no point in doing that. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to write about. I have no ideas. If you have any ideas, do let me know. I could do with a few. Because I have zero. Blah. Fuck it, I'm going to chance a ciggy. So we've 1 week to go before Trump is officially the president of America, which affects the whole world, especially the way he's been talking. He's been dropping bombs. I do enjoy listening to the panicked people saying, did you hear what he said? And then they go off on this, like, I think he says these things. It's like, who was it? Jim Morrison? He was the lead singer of a band called The Doors. And he'd go into these, when they're going on tour or whatever, or releasing albums or something, he'd get it's like Eric Canton actually, with the Seagulls. You know, he says a thing and everyone's freaking out saying, what the fuck does that mean? What does he mean by that? And it means nothing really, but it's more like a full stop in time that you can refer back to. This is your starting point or whatever. So he says these things and people are thinking, they take him for what he's saying, for fact. After all this time, you think, like, you know, he doesn't just say things as they'd like to believe, you know, because he's some senile crazy person and he just says blah, blah, blah. This guy has always got a plan. He's always got, oh, how'll I get their attention about this thing over here? Oh, I'll I'd say something like this. And he does. And they go crazy. So that's my comedy hour this week, is watching President or elect, whatever he is, Mr. Trump, do his thing and drive everyone nuts. But so yeah, a week. So anything could happen. I imagine something will happen. I wouldn't be surprised if something significant happens. What is it, January now? It's like deja vu, back to last January, with all the fucking loony shit that was going on. Again with the UFOs and aliens, and now with the fires and all that, and oh my God. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like, oh my God. Why bother watching TV when you have all this kind of shit flying around you? It's pure entertainment, but that's all it is. I must pop out here now. Take a wee wee. So I saw a headline there recently about the incoming government are debating whether or not to legalise weed or hash or whatever the fuck it is, pot. I don't know what the cool name is these days, but I imagine they'd make a lot of money if they did. And there's a lot of, I suppose, studies done over the years, both for and against, but it's mainly like, it doesn't seem to be a problem, for the body, unless, I think I heard someone say something about, for those who might have, schizophrenia in family background, they should be taking note, and they shouldn't be indulging too much, because there's a 50-50 chance that they could, I don't know if it's in their genes or whatever, it could be a negative for them. But surely you just put a warning on things if you're going to officially make it legal. Just stipulate, okay, put it with a warning, like with alcohol, with cigarettes, and dope is way better for you than alcohol. That's a fact. That is a fact. I think it should be legal. There you go. I said it. Because I get some pains, and I can tell you I could do the whatever it is to help calm the mind, calm the body, soften things up. Because I wouldn't trust most painkillers. Look at all the stories you hear about people committing suicide because they're addicted to painkillers. All of that stuff. Just go and take a reefer there and chill out. You'll be grand. They kind of change their music taste. They get a bit more, reflective. They have a good look at themselves. They get a bit more thoughtful, introspective. Loads of positives. I say go for it, lads. Make it legal. It's 2025, for fuck's sake. It's a natural thing. Make weed legal. That's what I say. Yeah. What do you think? I like to go for a smoky. Talky. Munchy. I'm for it. It's a nice little thing to have, I imagine, at the end of a week, or end of a long day, when you have you're looking at the runway to sleep. You're thinking, you know what would be nice there now? A smoke. Or whatever it is. And it'd be great for the economy. And it'd be great for the, I think it'd be very good for the economy. It seems to be the case where it has been done everywhere else. where it's been made legal. It's been a massive injection into the economy. Because it's fucking ridiculous to have something like that illegal. I know there'll be the odd fucking one or two come out and say vehemently that it shouldn't be, that it should be always illegal. But when you look at what is legal, I think it's very fucking questionable why it's illegal. I imagine it's to do with some money man. Heard a story, alright, about it in America, why it was made illegal initially. Kind of made sense. Human greed and paranoia, and just a strategic move by a billionaire fucker to make sure that he can still use paper for his newspapers, because what is it? They can make hemp. You can do so many things with hemp. You know, they were going to replace the trees that they cut down for the paper that they were making for his newspapers. Someone was saying why it's better to use hemp, and it would have put him out of pocket because he was after buying so many mills and whatnot to make the paper for his newspapers. Big newspaper mogul, and he wasn't having that, so he started in all his newspapers printing all these stories that were all lies, and then used his finance and his sway in government to villainize it. And it's been proven, it's well documented, and it's still illegal. It's fucking crazy. That's how simple it is. One greedy little goblin ruins it for everybody. What a little goblin. So if it comes to a vote this year, folks, Jesus, I think we should vote yes. Although I am a bit disheartened about the whole voting thing. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it works at all. You know? Maybe they're counting them wrong. But that's all I have to say about that. Vote yes. What else have we got to talk about today? It's late now. It's in the evening, late evening, and I'm a bit tired. Last night was a long one. What time did I get home at? It was about 10 to 10 maybe. Then up again at 6. It was a grand day though. Beautiful day today. But now I'm feeling it. It's like I'm going to hit the wall. I'm going to hit the wall. So I'm going to go inside now and do something very relaxing. Light up the stove. So if you're going to the indoor champs, good for you. I'll see you there. And get training. Training is good. But don't take it too seriously. You'll only freak yourself out on the day. I seen a few people there last year and they were all twitchy as fuck. Maybe for the first half of the day. And then they realise, oh, they're just there to have fun. That's really all it is. You're there to enjoy it as well, you know. Obviously do your best, to be the best that you can be on the day. But Jesus, just enjoy it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. Good laugh. And I'm going to fuck off. I'm waffling. I don't like waffling. So I shall leave you, crackers. I shall leave you. So take care. Bye bye. Talk to you soon.